I'm just saying to this guy, listen.
Yeah.
You got a rosé for me. I want it cheap. No, nobody's watching right now. We got a couple more minutes. I want this because it's an excellent rosé. I mean, it's like an $80 rosé.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Ooh. I think we're live.
I knew you guys were live. Stop it. Of course I knew you were live.
Of course he's doing dorky wine talk.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm drinking.
I didn't give any winemaker any business. Hey, everybody. Let's go to the comments. Hey, everybody.
Hold on. What do we do to start? This is our virtual tasting and listening party, so cheers! Cheers to you.
Oh, you and I are sharing a glass, so we have to do cheers.
Cheers.
Did you take a sip yet?
No.
Okay. Oh, I got to take down the spanner. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.
Cheers.
A votre santé. Goodbye, Gigi.
Thanks for joining us on Saturday night. This is the way to go, right? Mm-hmm. Just kind of drink some wine, play some music. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're very excited about what we're going to do today because we were sitting around the fire pit with Peter White after Mindy's show on Tuesday, and all we did was drink wine and start talking about music, and we started playing songs that we all knew from a long time ago. So this is the whole premise that Mindy and I based upon our lives upon, but our company's premise on, our little wine company that so many of you out there are so familiar with. So we wanted to do a listening party with you guys. We got the speakers set up. We got Spotify ready to go. I got a Mindy right here. I got a wife with an instrument. We're all ready to go. And based upon the amount of people we have in here, everybody else is ready to go too.
You guys are coming in from all over to Anchorage, Alaska. Oh my gosh. I see North Carolina, Houston.
Oh, there you go.
Good day from the land down under. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! And that's cool.
Hey Susan, how you doing?
Jim Cooper. Hey you guys. Thanks for coming to drink with us and kind of have some fun and just, play some music. This is what a good Saturday night is.
Oh, yeah. Nashville, we got Moraga in the house. That's NoCal.
Nice. Smooth Jazz family in the house. San Diego.
It's got to be hot in San Diego because it is definitely hot in Los Angeles today.
Yeah, Carrie, it is hot.
Yeah, and actually, Tina in Arizona, you're probably laughing at us for talking about how hot it is. I was talking to Nick the other day, and he said it was averaging about 115. So I feel for you guys. We got Kevin from New Jersey. That's right. Jersey's always in the house.
Apollo Beach, Florida.
Hey, check this one out. Michael Burke, what's up?
Ireland. Oh my gosh.
Good to see you, my friend. We got Honduras here.
You know how to drink.
I don't know if they have wine in Honduras. That's something we should do, a Honduran wine segment one of these days. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get this started. We got a lot of really cool people in here. We got a lot of people. Chicago, Orlando, Canada, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's a new.
Oh, wow.
Great wine in Canada.
In the Sierras. I love that. Ohio in the house. Yeah, you're melting in Arizona. I know. Even in Hollywood, it's 100 today.
Yeah.
No. We stayed inside.
No.
Stayed inside.
No, we went to the beach yesterday. Today we did. Yeah, but yesterday we went to the beach.
Yeah.
And we drank a whole bottle of rosé, which is our first wine.
That was a good segue.
It was kind of nice, man. We're in Hollywood now, so I go from one place to another so effortlessly. Like Johnny, what was his name? Carson.
Like Johnny Carson?
You're Johnny Carson.
You're the king of the segue?
I am the king of the segue now.
All right, so we were at the beach yesterday, as he said, and now we're inside because it's way too hot in Hollywood. It's way cooler at the beach, so we went there to kind of chill out and drink our rosé, which you're not supposed to do, but we did anyway, so,
So let's get this started. So let's talk about the premise and want you guys to be able to participate. Hello from San Francisco. And what we mean by that is whatever wine you're drinking, get your song or music style ready because we're going to play it for everybody on here and we're all going to talk about it. So we'll start with our first wine. And again, the whole premise of our company is based upon pairing music with wine styles. So this wine right here, which is our rosé, many of you are very familiar with it. It's pretty good for a girl. Sonoma Coast Rosé, a luxury rosé. What we did was when we got this wine, Mindy tasted it and paired it with a song style. So let me tell you a little bit, not the song style, the music style, but let me tell you a little bit about the wine, and then we could do the music. We'll play a couple songs. We'll go to our Spotify page together. We're all going to go there right now together. So with the wine, this wine is a luxury rosé. If you've heard me talk about this wine, it's probably one of the best rosés I've ever had in my life, really.
So great.
Because it's a 2018 and it's excellent. So it's up against the Sonoma coast. And the Sonoma coast is very cool and rugged. So these grapes grew in very cool environment. And what that does is rises up the acidity and lowers the fruit. And we all want a higher acidic, brighter rosé because it's just perfect on a 100-degree day. That acidity, it's like champagne almost without the bubbles. So what I love about this wine is that it came from a very cool region. It's a luxury rosé, which really doesn't happen that much in the world of wine. The color is kind of a salmon-y color. And when you taste it, which I would love my wife to do.
Excuse me.
It's got that...
I know my job.
It's got raspberry. Nothing's fake. And what I mean by that is it doesn't taste like candy. It doesn't taste... You guys ever have that rosé where it just tastes like granny apple but like caramelized? This is real fruit. I taste a lot of
rosés that taste like Kool-Aid to me. And
yeah.
It's not
that's
okay.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, I hate
like
that.
Like Kool-Aid, anything that's fakey or manufactured. Yeah. This tastes like, raspberries and... unripened strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's very bright. So,
yeah.
The music pairing. How did you come up with this?
Okay, so
and I'll put it up for the screen for everybody.
I thought about this wine and I thought, look, as a woman, I'm used to people looking at me when I walk on stage at first, if they don't know who I am, and kind of having their arms crossed and thinking, well, we haven't seen a lot of women play sax. We don't know if this is going to be all right. And I've had so many people come up after shows and say, wow, you're pretty good for a girl. And they're meaning it in a very great way. I mean, they mean it as a total compliment. But I understand that the perception is not there yet. We're not there, even in 2020, with expecting women to be some of the things we are. You know, whether it's like an MMA fighter or if it's a saxophone player or if it's, a truck driver. They're like, whoa, a woman can do that? So I felt it was the same way with rosé. Rosé in America has long been frowned on. It's kind of thought of this cheap Kool-Aid-ish wine.
Yep.
And so I don't think about it much. But a couple of years ago, all this French, Côte-d'Aron and Provence, came in, and it was great.
Someone said that they love, here it is right here. Leslie said, love provincial rosés, definitely.
Thank you. I love...
And the Sonoma coast is very similar to southern France. Cool, warm days, but very, very cool nights. And lots of scutchy people.
But, yeah. But I never thought California would start making good rosés until a couple years ago. And people started, doing really good rosés. So I was judgy. I shouldn't have been judgy, So this rosé is this amazing wine.
Yeah, so the music style, though, that you've kind of thought up for this.
The music style I thought up was the name of my record label, the name of my song by the same name. Whoa, hello. And that's pretty good for a girl. So I came up with female empowerment. I came up with empowerment in general, and just, being this strong, having this strong sense of self, and just knowing who you are. This rosé should have known who it was, and it probably did, but I didn't. So our song list for this, our playlist, is so cool. It's just songs of empowerment. And I want to play you. Can I play?
Yep.
Is that cool?
Yep.
Because I know you were going to go to Spotify.
Well, then, we're going to go to Spotify next.
Go to Spotify next.
Okay.
So I want to play you a song. I believe it's on the playlist. I made the playlist some time ago because this was the first wine that we put out.
Yep.
But this is a song that Aretha Franklin made famous, and it's called "Natural Woman." This is.
And that little camera over there.
Did you change cameras?
There it is.
Look at you.
There it is.
I'm going to leave him behind, and I'm going to go to you.
You go over there.
Okay. A little Aretha Franklin, Natural Woman. Natural woman.
All right.
That goes with this wine.
Let me get the mic back.
Cheers.
Ready? Coming back to camera. Ready? Cut camera 1. Ooh, check that out.
What?
That wasn't a very smooth transition. All right, so we got a couple questions. We got questions about what wine goes with sharp cheese, and that would be anything, in my opinion, anything acidic. So rosé would go great with sharp cheese, champagnes, Viogniers, anything that's got a little bit more of Albarinos, anything that's got an acidic edge to it. But this rosé went perfect with that song, and let's talk about can I bring Spotify back up now?
Yeah.
Oh, I just lost it. Hold on a second, guys. Here we go. Spotify. All right, so if you're not familiar, we have a Spotify channel called Reserve Tastings, and Mindy creates a playlist for every wine that we release. So we're releasing a bunch of new wines. They're going to be all new playlists. But if you go to Reserve Tastings Spotify channel, and if you're having our rosé, which I know someone out there was, you can do this. Go into the channel, and wait, one of my favorite artists, I think you can turn it up.
Oh, yeah.
Up to that number we talked about, right? There you go.
I'm turning it up further.
Oh, yeah.
I like this artist.
What do you guys think, right? But in terms of the rosé style, not only this song, but you got this.
A little Aretha Franklin.
Everybody
I never
know
heard
what this
anyone.
song is, right?
A little respect. Hold on.
Yeah.
You drink.
Yeah, all right. Well, I got into it a little bit.
I know, it's all right.
All right, so
it's our dance party.
What about this? What I love about this channel too, it's diverse, man. You got Aretha to Sarah Bareilles, Brave, right?
I love this song. Sarah Bareilles is killer.
Yep. Turn that up a little bit. I think you guys agree, right?
See, I can drink to this.
Yeah. And little Alicia Keys, right, man?
Girl on Fire.
One of the songs that put Alicia, I mean, she's had a ton of songs, but this put her on the map. And this one in New York, right?
It's for all of you women in Arizona. You're on fire right now.
All right. Well, I hope you guys agree with us. And then you got, what else?
I'm Every
Maggie?
Woman. Play that. I love that song.
Where is it at? There you go.
Right?
Wait, we're going to cut to cam 2 and do this, right? Wonder if you guys can hear us. Can they hear us? All right, there it is. Give me some one. Wait, can I sing this song?
No.
I'm
No.
not allowed to sing this song.
You're not allowed to sing any of them. It's all in me.
All right, well, I think that was a great start. That was a great start because that's our rosé. It's bright, it's uplifting. Mindy has this incredible story about women empowerment, all these incredible songs. So hopefully you guys see where we're going with this. Now that wine was paired with a notion, you know, the Pretty Good for a Girl notion. And what I like about that is it wasn't so much the wine style, but it was about the meaning behind the brand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The next wine is going to be paired about the style of the wine. But before we go to that, we have a question for you guys, okay? So this is where we would love for you guys to participate. We've been doing a lot of talking here. So what wine are you drinking? And go ahead and comment. What wine are you drinking? And what song or music style do you think goes best with it? So we are going to tap dance a little bit here while we wait for this. All right? Let me stop sharing that. And so tell us.
We've got Mendocino County Petite Syrah, along with Good from your first album. Oh my God, you have my very first record. Good was on my record Always and Never the Same. You can't even pull that up here.
No, we can't?
I don't think it's on here.
Oh
no.
my goodness. Well,
it's not even in print.
We had someone go so deep that we didn't have it.
Wow.
All right.
No, that's not even in print. You can buy it on my website at the store page, but I mean, it's not on Spotify. It's not on iTunes. I mean, it came out in the 90s and just kind of I have a few copies left, and that's about it. But good for you. You are old school.
All right, so we got Nick and I are drinking SoCal Zinfandel, maybe a little country. All right.
Ooh.
All right, what kind of country are we talking about?
Southern California Zinfandel. You know.
Oh, well, let's put that up, actually. Where is that? Nick, okay. So, CC, Nick and I are drinking SoCal. So, what does everybody think? Like, does anybody have, Christina Aguilera for Pretty Good for Girls, excellent. But in terms of the Zinfandel, what country song would go great with that? What type of country music? Because there's a bunch of different type of country. There's outlaw.
Can we play my song Stars? Because it's a little bit country. It's not a lot country, but it's a little bit country.
It's a little bit rock. All right, here it is.
It's a little bit rock and roll. Ooh, that's Smile.
Oops, sorry.
It's the album Stars, though, but it's number 4.
Yay, here it is. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that.
It's got a little country to it.
It's out of place in this heart of mine.
Let's turn it up.
I
know this song. One of my favorite artists.
Through window panes and the moonlit skies, this gets harder every night. And you say, why do you have to leave tonight? Can't we make a long goodbye?
All right, so I think
You said,
I'm gonna play this.
I love her.
So,
Okay.
Nick, to your Zinfandel question or your challenge here, right?
Yeah.
Country music, to me, Casey Musgraves, phenomenal artist. Because how pure her voice is. It's not overpowering, right?
I love this song, too.
She's sonically perfect.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song, too. So this is kind of new country. I also think this song goes great with rosé as well, right?
I'm going to drink more.
Yeah.
well, the sky.
All right. So
Wait, we hadn't gotten to Umbrella. I mean, the rainbow. We hadn't gotten,
No, I just messed it up. But we got to move on.
wait.
We got the nice people here. We got to keep going on. We
I know,
can't
I want to listen to the whole song.
You know? All right, so someone else said, look at this one. Lake County Sauvignon Blanc with Mozart, Paul.
Whoa.
That's an excellent challenge. So let's do this, guys. Let's all do this together, okay?
I think that could pair well. A Sauvignon Blanc, it's kind of bright. It's got, some energy to it. I love Mozart.
All right, so which Mozart, though, Mindy? Well, Paul, if you have...
Well, they spelled Mozart wrong, but it
Yeah.
is a playlist of Mozart, so I'm going to go with it.
There he
but
is.
Amadeus Wolfgang.
I went right into that. I didn't even notice it was spelled
I know, I was like,
Yay! All right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is...
We go for the piano concerto.
Mozart only has 35 million listens. That's,
He's old.
Okay. So, I think this is a great choice, guys. And you know why? Because there's nothing better to sit back with a great wine and listen to classical music. It fills the room like the wine probably fills the glass and just kind of becomes all-encompassing, right?
I played this in my piano
Yeah.
class when I was like 8 years old.
No, we really went with a different style here. Paul, that was a great suggestion. Really good suggestion. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, there's something timeless and perfect about it. We got a question from Irvin. Turn that down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So Irvin said, what is our favorite music? And then we'll go on to the next wine. So tell him what your favorite music is, and I'll get the next wine.
Well, no, I'm going to speak for him because, as a couple, you always speak for each other.
Right. What? You never speak for me. What?
What? Yeah.
To all the guys out there, does your wife speak for you? Oh, never.
So when we are in the car,
It's awesome to know what I think, too.
Or when we're cooking, he is such a Dave Matthews fan. and he listens to Dave Matthews all the time, which is totally great with me. I love Dave Matthews. And my friend Jeff Coffin plays saxophone for him, so I get to hear this awesome saxophone. He's just one of my favorite sax players. He's kind of, he's jazzy, but almost, a little kind of outside jazzy. But Dave Matthews is this amazing, guitarist. I think he's so underrated as, pop Dave Matthews, but I just think he's amazing.
All right, let's see.
Play You and Me. You and Me.
Hold on. Okay, You and Me. Here we go.
Yeah.
David said take the long way home. It's Supertramp. We're definitely going to play that one soon.
Oh,
but
hell yeah.
What do you guys think of Dave Matthews? What do you think about this? Now listen to the words, right? It's about getting out, taking a trip. Make sure the sound is in. So for those of you that don't know Dave Matthews, you've heard of him. I mean, the words, he's like a poet, and he's a master guitar player. We follow the cause. And then when we get to the ocean, yes, I do, my friend. Gonna take a boat to the end of the world. Gonna take a boat to the end of the world, man. All the way to the end of the world. All right. I think old enough, we're gonna teach them to. Let me see if I could find Jeff Coffin. This is Jeff Coffin starting off this song. Oh no, is this the other?
No, this was before him.
Oh, sorry.
But play one of my favorite songs. Go to one of my favorite records is Cannonball Adderley and Nancy Wilson. And this is like desert island, discs. They ask you if you could have any records on a desert island.
But what are you pairing this with, though?
But they said, what is our favorite music?
Oh, that's right.
So I'm still answering that question.
Okay.
Save Your Love for Me. This is from an album, Nancy Wilson and Cannonball Adderley. And, I mean, I just think it's perfect. Perfect.
Wish I knew.
Let's turn it up a little bit, make sure we got the...
Why I'm so in love with you.
Her voice is perfect.
John Hallwell loves Cannonball.
Yes.
All right, so while we're listening to this, what type of wine would pair with this? Mindy's distracting me right now in a good way. But what type of wine would pair with this? Go ahead and chime in right now. What wine would pair with this?
If I were wine, I'd run.
I actually think
You know what I say? Sorry, go ahead. You're gonna say?
I actually think this wine would pair well with a treble clef. But I think a classic red would pair great.
Yeah. I would say like an old school champagne. Yeah.
Champagne, perfect.
Yeah. But I would say an old school red wine. I agree with Mindy. Like an old French, an old California cab.
Yeah.
Just an old classic wine. Oh, another champagne.
Yeah.
Something smooth. Oh yeah. But by the way, smooth wine is just good wine, so that's good.
So yeah, we gave you everything from Dave Matthews to Cannonball and Nancy Wilson. So obviously we're a little all over the map.
Yeah.
Put a little soul music into that, a little James Brown, a little Sam Cooke, a little a little David Sanborn.
David Sanborn.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to the next wine. And everybody's putting in here what they're drinking, which is great. So there's an Opus Open, there's an Alexander Valley Cab. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the wine that you guys believe went with that song. Thank you. Sorry. So Diana, yes, I agree. That to me is like what I was talking about. An old, like a red wine that's got age and depth to it. Someone said Pine Ridge, Dale. Absolutely, man. So I managed a winery right down the street from Pine Ridge, and it is excellent. It's got that kind of old soul type feel to it. Definitely. Seven Deadlies in, Mark, absolutely, man. Just a deep, heavy red. Something that kind of makes you think a little bit,
I like that.
lost but still.
Okay, we got before we move on to Treble Clef, we got something here. Dano, how about Alaska's favorite wine? When are you going to Hawaii? So that's 2 questions. I'm going to take the first one. What is Alaska's favorite wine? So do you mean wine that's made in Alaska, Dano, or are we talking about wine that's popular at their retailers that they're called the jug shops, I think?
You know the retailers in Alaska?
Sold a lot of wine in Alaska. Never been, unfortunately, but I sold a lot of wine.
I have. I've been.
So we're going to move on to the Treble Clef, Dano, but you please chime back in and we'll see if we can find out where you're going with that. A very intriguing question, I think. So, all right, so Treble Clef. Those of you who had an opportunity to have our Treble Clef, which label's right there. Little camera's right there. Oh, you want to go to the separate camera? Hold on, you go to the other camera.
Oh.
I got it set
up.
That's
right. We have separate cameras.
All right, go Whoa. Camera 2. Camera 2.
Camera 2.
Minnie's going to present
what?
The bottle. Yay. Oh, a little lower. Lower. That didn't sound right. Yay, Treble Clef. So Treble Clef is a Napa Valley Chardonnay that we were able to find from an outstanding winemaker. This is a classic Napa Valley. No, it's not. It's not a classic Napa Valley Chardonnay. This is a leaner style. This is not buttery. This is not, for those of you who had an opportunity to have it, this is a beautiful, more of a Chablis style. What I mean by that is it's a style that doesn't have a lot of oak to it, doesn't have a lot of malolactic butter to it. The fruit is so good that it shines through. It's like having coffee that is so good that you don't really need a lot of milk and sugar because it's just so good you don't need to mask it with all that oak.
Yeah.
So we have...
I love it. It's not overt. It's not, some of the Chardonnays in California are so heavy, and I was a huge fan of French Chardonnays. And they're more... less fruit forward and you get a little bit of stones and kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's different. And so I've always loved that style, but California Chardonnays, those really buttery ones, it's a thing. And if you're eating the right things, that's great. But I love this one because it's kind of, it's a little more in that style.
I agree with you about the eating the right things. Like a Rombauer and Kendall Jackson that I used to manage, which everybody knows, or had Kendall Jackson once in their life. Yeah. The big round style, so having food with it is, to me, really important. You have to have food with it because it's like cheesecake. After a bite or two, you kind of start getting sick of it and you need something to pair with it.
I don't know, I could eat more bites of cheesecake.
After a slice of it, but it just needs something else with it, where this wine doesn't. So, what I love about this wine is Mindy named it Treble Clef, which I think is really the most perfect name for it. And go ahead and tell the nice people why.
Why? Go to the playlist because it's gonna totally give it away. But Treble Clef, so playing saxophone, everything we do is in the Treble Clef. So I write music and I usually write out charts for my band. And, so I'll write out charts. The only person who's not written in treble clef is my bass player. And he's a freak anyway, but he's in bass clef. He's totally different. So Ben can read bass clef, but all of us are reading treble clef. Whether I'm singing or whether I'm playing sax, it's treble clef. Violinists, treble clef. So you're talking about higher instruments and these higher tones, just like this wine feels. It's crisp and it's clean and it's awesome. Mm-hmm. So I chose songs that are kind of in that vein, that they have these higher elements in it, whether it's violin or whether it's background vocals that are high, or the lead vocal that just speaks and it's this beautiful high tones, or saxophone, of course. So that's what I chose because I just got this overarching feeling that it was that, I mean, wine always speaks to me in music terms.
Right.
You talk about the geeky stuff and the wine notes and all of that, but for me, I hear it in music terms. So for me, it's that.
So let me go to the playlist that Mindy made on Reserve Tastings Spotify page, and you can see here, it starts off with Casey Musgroves, that beautiful song we played a minute ago. Mm-hmm. But things like David Gray, who, if you're not familiar with David Gray, he's a singer-songwriter guy from Ireland. He's amazing music.
And we love David Gray. It's great.
We love David Gray. Yeah.
Sail away with me, honey. Put my heart in yours.
Okay, but how about this one? Ready? who out there loves Don Henley and the million songs that Don Henley released? I mean, that were all amazing, right?
But this one has one of my favorite sax players on it. Wayne Shorter is playing the sax on End of the Innocence.
All right, let's find that.
Wayne Shorter.
Where is it? Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to find the sax.
He's over the end.
All right, let's wait for it. Wait, did I miss it?
I think you missed it. Wayne Shorter.
Very subtle. Need to turn them up, huh? That's a little Wayne Shorter for you right there.
He plays a little solo in the middle too, and I don't think many people know that it's him, but if you're a traditional jazz fan, you're a fan of him. He played with Miles Davis.
Mikey. Mikey got it.
But in college, I was so dorky. I was in an ensemble that was the Wayne Shorter Ensemble, and I was Wayne Shorter. Yeah. I met Wayne Shorter, and I told him that, and he was quite unimpressed.
We've had that happen a few times where we've met uber famous people, and they've been really excited, and we've met of other famous people, uber famous people, and our head could have exploded, and they would have just brushed it off on the way.
You know what? I love Wayne Shorter,
okay,
so and
they never meet your heroes, right?
No, he's great.
So Kim, favorite song by Don, right? A lot of people's favorite song. I think my favorite song by Don Henley, this is going off this list, but since we're doing this right now, I'm just gonna riff Don Henley and.
Are you going Forgiveness?
Yeah, he did the song with Patti Smythe.
Oh, right.
Right.
From Scandal.
Yeah. You guys remember Patti Smythe from Scandal? How do you spell it, man? Patty Smythe. Here she is. There you go. Married to
our
John
favorite
McEnroe.
tennis player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes. Which?
Here it is. So
Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough.
Oh no, let's do the good version, Patty. Right?
It was the first one, I think.
Oh, here it is, guys. So thank you for your patience. This is it, right? So this is a song that Patti Smythe did with Don Henley. Since Kim, we're talking about Don Henley and our favorite songs.
Jonathan Woodburn, he's like, sometimes love just you knew.
Wait, here it is. Nice job, Jonathan. Right? Let's move this forward just a little bit since it So one night, Mindy and I got stuck on Patti Smythe songs. Right? Irvin got it right? I mean, she came out with... Okay, so little trivia question. You don't say it if you know it. What was the name of the album the group that Patti Smythe broke with? So, when she became famous, what was the name of the group that she broke with? Okay, ready? Here it comes. All right, so... no one's got the song yet. We might have to give a boy a bottle of wine. What group did Patti Smythe break with? Huge on MTV. Oh, wait, is this the Don Henley version? Wait, here he comes, guys. Yes, Willie! Woo! Scandal. That's right, baby. Here's Don Henley, right?
Just had to have it all. Sound like thunder.
All right, so the whole show we're just going to listen to one Patti Smythe song.
No, we're going to move on for Patti Smythe. But it gives you an idea of what our playlist is. We just get carried away with music, but that's why we started a wine and music club.
Yeah.
So that we can get carried away with wine and music with you guys.
Yeah. Well, I got a question for you. For all the huge music fans out there, which is everybody, one question I would ask is, okay, there was 2 minutes into that song. I just looked on, you guys can't see the screen, sorry. There you go. So I just looked into this one song we were listening to, Don Henley with Patti Smythe, and Don Henley doesn't come into the 2 minute mark.
Right.
So when does Don Henley agree ever that 2 minutes, then I'll start singing. He's known to kind of be confident guy.
I don't know. I mean, if Patty Smythe asked you to sing a song, I think you'd do what she said.
Okay, so maybe they told him, hey, listen, you're going to start the song off, but then when they did in production, they pushed it to 2 minutes.
I don't know. I like to listen to Patty sing, so I think he was fine with it, too.
I think the song is perfect, wouldn't change a thing, but I always like, wow, Don Henley agreed to go 2 minutes in, so that's pretty fascinating. All right, so let's get back to our parents, right?
Yeah.
What were we doing? Because I totally got down a bunny trail.
Treble clef.
Okay, treble clef. What else? We got a lot of requests coming in here. Also, Bonnie Raitt, I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't. What song would pair with that?
You mean what wine would pair with that?
What wine would pair with that? Because pairing a song with that would be great.
You know, I Can't Make You Love Me could pair with a few things, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a meaningful song. It's a heart-wrenching song. So it's not going to be this, because this is like crisp and clean and high tones, but I would think it'd be some deep red, you know, like some old Vine Zinfandel, you know, that it had to struggle to get there, or some Pinot, you know, that like it's a thoughtful kind of brooding Pinot, which we have a cool brooding Pinot in the works for you guys. So maybe I'll put that on our playlist for our new Pinot.
All right, so Kim, just for you, since you've been so excellent, Kim's been great tonight, you know, commenting and really engaged in this, and it seems, Kim, like you get the whole idea here. We have something. Can you remember the soloist? So, world premiere. This is the soloist. This is the Pinot that Mindy was just talking about. This is a non-released wine, and that is our brand new label. Single varietal. And Kim, we will definitely have, this is going to come in the fall for all our members. Hopefully September, we'll see if the heat do. We will have Bonnie Raitt, I Can't Make You Love Me, just for you on the soloist playlist. Because she is a soloist on this.
She's amazing. I'll listen to her all night.
Let me turn it down just a little bit. So, hey everybody. So I'd love for Mindy to tell a story about a guy that was in the actual room when this recording happened. He's named Ed. He's left us over the last, not because of the pandemic, but right before that because of cancer. And he was the engineer in the room at this song, and he talked about how he cried when Bonnie Raitt played it. So Ed is special to you.
Yeah. Well, Ed has been here, you know, we've had birthday parties here and for 20 years and stuff, and we got married on the back porch, and Ed was here for that. But Ed Cherney is just this incredible engineer and producer. We talked about him doing one of the Mindy A. Bear and the Bone Shakers records. But he was the engineer, along with the producer Don was, for this record with Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah.
And he told this incredible story that she was in the studio singing, and and
I'm pulling up a picture.
He was just listening because he's at the helm, just pushing the buttons.
Yeah.
And he said he just was crying.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Here's Ed right here. So these are the people behind the scenes in the music business that we would love to share with you guys. I mean, let me put the screen down a little bit so you can see Ed. Ed was one of the more beautiful people you've ever met, and he was in the room with Bonnie Raitt and engineered this song.
Yeah.
Which to me has got to be one of the most perfect songs I think I've ever heard. Right?
Yeah.
Engineered, the music, the lyrics, and of course the voice. So...
But you ask people, do they know if it's special? And he said, I knew.
Yeah, he knew. Yeah, because he's engineered thousands of songs, and he said, yeah, this was one that I knew was going to be famous. So Kim just asked, I was looking for it. Kim just asked about, would you redo this song, maybe?
You know what?
That sounds like a request, and I'm behind, Kim.
Actually, it's funny that you say that, because I have the sheet music. I printed out music to it because I was thinking of playing it on piano and singing it for one of our wine and music sessions, we do every Tuesday. And I just haven't done it yet. It's been kind of in the in the queue, in the line. But yeah, we've done a couple Bonnie Raitt songs so far, but not that one. But I love it.
Kim, man, you just added a whole layer to our tasting right now. This is the reason we do this. Because sitting here and drinking this wine that I just drank the whole glass, and listen to this music that connects with you in a way that, tears on the console is a good thing, Mike. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, so let us move on to listener requests. So you notice how I did that? That was kind of like, wait, who's the guy that old DJ? The guy that
Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, the listener request coming at you. No,
Casey Kasem.
Yeah, Casey Kasem.
They're a little different, Casey Kasem and Wolfman Jack.
I can't do the impersonations, but here's my Casey Kasem. Well, coming at you right now is going to be a song. No?
Drink.
Coming at you, Wolfgang Jack, coming at you.
That was better, actually. Yeah.
All right, so anybody have a request out? Anybody drinking a wine? We had someone actually drinking a wine pairing it with a baseball game. And it's kind of close to the idea, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it.
No.
Oh, you know what we should talk about real quick, actually? Once you guys fire in some what you're drinking and some wine ideas, then we'll... what you're drinking and some music ideas. But while we're doing that, let's talk about our adventures. We have a whole bunch of people that have signed up already, and it's been really humbling, to be quite honest with you.
Really cool.
So Mindy and I have started up these adventures, and there's a lot of really great adventures out there that you guys are familiar with on the ocean and those things. But to get access to wine, it's not always on the ocean. Sometimes they're inland, like Rioja, or places like Auckland, or in Australia, or Tuscany and Siena. So Mindy or Sonoma. So Mindy and I put together these very small adventures. And what I mean by small, we're talking 40, 50 people tops, could be 30 or 20.
Yeah.
And it's taking you to the places around the world that we love that have wine. And our first one is going to be in Healdsburg, Sonoma next spring. Coming up.
Kind of summer, because we didn't want to make it too early. We wanted to make sure there was a vaccine. We wanted to make sure that we weren't, sitting with you guys with masks, and as we'd have to do right now. So we want to make sure that everyone's safe and that we can just have a good time. So we actually, planned it for June next year, thinking by 2021, hopefully we got some stuff in place that we can all clink glasses and be in it together. We chose Sonoma because Eric lived in Healdsburg, which is like the most storybook town ever, amen, in Sonoma. And we used to play at Rodney Strong Winery just for years and years and years.
Right on the edge of Healdsburg. It's technically Healdsburg, but it's right on the edge of town. So
we drove through Healdsburg like 20 years ago on our way to play Rodney Strong, and I was just like, out the window of the bus, just like, whoa, we need to come back here. This is nuts. And, well, I did because I started dating you. Then I married you. And so, it's just the most perfect place on the planet. So picturesque. The restaurants are just nuts.
So in this little square, and please look it up, and there's some pictures here, it is culinary excellence, and it's wineries, hundreds of them everywhere. And I have some friends in some wineries, and
he has friends.
Whole trip will be curated for just us, meaning we'll go into wineries. We'll have a wine tasting at Russian River, at like McCrosty overlooking all of Russian River, and Mindy will play some music for us, do a little kind of unplugged set for 45 minutes while we sip wine. We'd love for you guys to join us. Healdsburg is a very special place, and I promise you, it'll be the greatest food and wine experience that you ever had in your life, better than any river cruise, anything we've ever done, because this is Healdsburg, and this is my hometown, so I can call favors out.
He's calling favors out.
I'm calling favors.
And I'm calling favors out, too. I'm having some friends join me, and we're just going to have a blast. So the music, I swear, is just going to be amazing.
Yep.
And I know the wine is. And you know what? The more you drink, the better we sound.
Yes. So after we drink wine all morning, Mindy sounds, I don't know how you can sound better than you already sound. But also in Tuscany. So now we put Tuscany off until the fall of 2021. Fall of 2021. So it's going to emanate from Siena. We're going to be in the little city of Siena, ancient city. And we're going to go to Montepulciano, Montalcino, and we're going to go to a Pecorino farm. That's the actual picture of the farm right there in the middle left.
Speaking of cheese.
That is Tuscany right there, and that is Siena. So please join us for that. And yes, Roy, you can go to both if you'd like, and Roy is actually going to both. So there's...
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So if everybody knows Roy and Penny McClurg, some of the greatest people on the planet.
Roy's like, can I go? You're already going.
Tish, absolutely. Will be the greatest experience you ever had in your life, I hope. All right, so enough about that. Let's move on to, I think we had a couple requests here. So, Mindy, do some tap dancing while I find the requests.
Well, I'm going to do some drinking because you started a new wine.
You want to play some?
Sure. Wait, what am I, crazy?
Well, I'm asking you to play some because I can't. I'm
Lorraine,
looking through the...
you can't drink Cabernet and watch hockey. No, you're here with us. You gotta,
Well, I think Mark is he's with us. He's with us.
Yeah. They're watching both of us.
All right, hold on. Let's get to... I'll put you on the other camera. There you
remake that song, but actually on one of the cruises, because we were talking about how cool the cruises are, I did it with Javier. Oh, I'm that.
Yep.
Hi.
Camera 2.
I did it with Javier Colon, and he's the guy who won The Voice the first year, and Eric's youngest daughter, who's not so young anymore, she's 17 years old, Maddie. Maddie looked this song up the other night. We were just all hanging out, and she's like, this is one of my favorite songs. She goes, I played this YouTube 1,000,000 times, and Eric and I are just sitting there going, really? I mean, you know, she was probably 14 when it happened, or 15, and she just loved it. And it's funny that, you know, a kid is going to grab onto a song, but she loved Javier, and I just thought it was so cool that she would, you know, get that. So if I would record this, oh my God, I would love to do it with Javier.
I'm showing everybody a great, it's a bad picture. It's off to the right there, but this is the picture of Javier and Mindy on stage together. What a tremendous talent that guy was.
Yeah, you can go to YouTube and see it, but I love that guy. I hope we get to do that song again, because he was just stunning.
We have a request, Mindy. I'm going to pull you back onto this cam, and we have a ZD Chardonnay coupled with a Chris Bodie. Chris Bodie's Venice. So let me pull the camera back. That's a great one.
That's a great one.
So ZD Chardonnay. I manage the winery right next door to ZD. ZD is this little winery based upon Silverado Trail on and does incredible Chardonnays, but very classic style Chardonnays. Classic, what do you call it? Napa style Chardonnays, and I really, really love it. So Venice, here it is.
Really classic.
This is for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't hear anything. Is it turned up?
I
You
am the
will
DJ.
turn it up.
I have the power. So beautiful.
So this is an excellent suggestion. What do you guys think? This is a great one, right?
That's a great pairing.
Yeah.
Michelle, hello.
So this, to me, I mean, we're drinking a GSM right now, which we'll talk about in a minute, but a ZD Chardonnay with Bodhi, especially this song,
Yeah.
Jan, I mean, this is really an excellent pairing to me. This is excellent. I think this is really great. It's got a little Sting vibe to it too, huh?
Well, he played for Sting for many years.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Englishman in New York, right?
Well, live he did it.
Yeah, I know.
Branford
But
Marsalis was the sax player live.
Well, it's got that feel to it for me, you know. Definitely, I wasn't suggesting that Chris did it, but yeah, I mean, absolutely, you know. Englishman in New York. You want to do that one real quick since I'm talking about it?
Yeah, because it's awesome.
Wait, let's go to the. I'm going to fast forward ahead to the. Oh, wait, missed it.
So a little unknown.
Yeah, go.
I was hired for the tour with Sting.
Whoa, wine's talking now.
In the mid-90s.
Really?
Yeah, they were going to have an all-girl horn section. And I was the soprano player.
I know, you told me this song, but go ahead. I mean, the story.
So I was going to get to play this.
Right.
I was so excited. We were unhired 2 weeks before the tour in lieu of the Memphis Horns, which I couldn't be mad at. It's the Memphis Horns.
All right, so
to play this.
You were hired to play for Sting, and then you got unhired. You didn't really get fired because you were never really hired.
I never had the gig, yeah.
And you had another famous musician that you were hired for that you got unhired for too. Barry Manilow?
Oh, I was never hired. I just auditioned. I was completely wrong for
that.
You
never made it?
No. That's why I moved to LA, though.
Made that up because the story's better, you know.
Yeah.
Inspired by the story. I did a Hollywood version. And
I auditioned for Barry Manilow.
And scene.
I wasn't right. But all my friends are in his band now, so I still get to see him and hang out with him.
All right, so let's cut this song.
Dance party?
Yeah, let's bring our Spotify back and let's talk about. You guys have been great. You guys have been really, really great. So let's talk about our GSM, Harmony GSM. Okay. So,
there's some cool music to this wine.
This is
just
great.
Yeah.
So for all of you that have hung in with us all this time, and Mindy and I, we've been actually talking for about an hour.
I'm drinking. I don't know what you're doing. You're talking.
This Harmony GSM Grenache Syrah Mourvedre is a blend of 3 varietals, and what we love about it, and we know a lot of people here have had this, right? We've already got a suggestion. Lorraine said Fleetwood Mac. Absolutely. This is all about 3 varietals being perfect together. Grenache Syrah Mourvedre make excellent wines separately, but boy, they are even more perfect when they are blended together. So think about that in terms of music, right? So someone said Fleetwood Mac, which absolutely could not agree with more, right? Think about the chain and how this starts. Ooh, I turned it down. Sorry. Right? Ready? And they all sound together. Sing together. I mean, how is that not just absolutely perfect harmony? Like this one.
They're good as separate people. They're better as a band together in harmony.
I mean, we all know Fleetwood Mac has had tremendous careers on their own, but together they could not be any better. Brad? All right, so what else, guys? What about Boys to Men? I mean, the song starts off harmonizing perfectly. These guys are so excellent, they don't need instruments. Right?
Yeah, they are instruments.
They are instruments. All right, Bill came in with a little Crosby, Stills, and Nash. All right, I agree with that. Let's find that on our list here, huh? All right, so this is for Bill. Ready? Little.
One of the best harmony-driven bands in our lifetime.
Absolutely. This is for you, Bill. Great suggestion.
You are on the road, must have a code that you can go by.
Live by.
And so
Nice job, Bill.
become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye.
Yeah, I agree, Mark.
Teach
Steely Dan, Jerry? Oh, let's see.
their father's hell, it slowly goes by.
No, be Steely Dan on here. I'll have to check that out.
Them on your
Ooh, do Hallelujah. It's beautiful.
the
Where's
one
that?
made bits. I've heard there was a
All right, so this is a group out there that is
Vocal
all
harmony.
a cappella.
You don't really care for music, do you?
You ready? Here it comes.
Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major.
It's called
lift,
Pentatonics.
the
That's a,
Pentatonics.
baffled hallelujah,
now, here we go. Ready?
hallelujah.
You're going to play with it? All right, here we go. Coming to you live from Hollywood. Mindy Abear with Pentatonics. That was in the moment. All right, that was pretty excellent. So you never know what's going to happen here, I guess, right? I don't know what's going to happen here, or what camera we might be on. So there is
I have
someone
no
out
control
there.
over that.
There's this Irene Scavazzo, someone.
That's
fan.
your mother.
This is my mom.
Hi, Irene.
And Mom has suggested Bee Gees. So, Mom, for you, right? Which one, Mid?
Too much heaven. Oh, how deep is your love?
There you go.
Yeah.
This is harmony.
Ooh.
Ready? Starts right off into harmonizing.
You gotta play what your mother wants you to play.
Yeah,
I love the Bee Gees.
you know the words?
I feel you touch me in the morning rain. Don't sing it. Don't sing it.
Moment that you wander from me. I wanna be in my arms.
All right, this is your part. Ready? Go ahead.
And you come to me on a summer breeze. Keep me warm in your love and your
Soft. Look at my mouth. Ready?
And it's me you need to show.
How deep is your love? He doesn't think I know the words.
How do you need to love?
Ready?
'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all
What?
should
You know this song?
let us be.
Gene is asking
Belong to you and
Go
me.
Terry's don't sing it. Sorry, Terry. I know I'm the worst singer on the planet, but I love music, man.
You guys need to hear Peter White's version of this. It's magical.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
Pedro Blanco does this?
Oh yeah.
living in a world of fools, breaking us down. Loving all should be
That was a good request.
We took that one pretty far, Mom. Thanks, Mommy. We got a little Venice in the town. Fabio. Venezio's in town. Hey! Ciao, ciao.
Hey,
Love
come
it, man.
on.
Fabio. Hey, Fabio, what we're doing, since you just came in, is we're doing wine and music pairings. So I know up north of Venice is Prosecco region. So if you have, I know that's not in Venice, but it's right outside it. So anything, or Sauvignon Blancs or Pinot Grigio, so
Yeah.
mostly Pinot Grigio. So if you have anything you want to pair with, you let us know. Whatever wine and musical style you think.
I want a Falanghina. And I
Falanghina.
want some, maybe, nice Italian music to go with it.
Well, I'm going to geek out with you right now. Though Falanghina is Italian, it comes from Positano area, which is in Campania, which is a little bit far from Venezia.
Oh, no, I was just saying Italian.
But isn't that sexy that I do that?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we have people here. So the last wine is going to be Soul.
Goodbye, Harmony.
Goodbye, Harmony. Soul. So let's, we got a
Last
wine
but
actually
not
in this
least.
class. You need Prosecco. Fabio, I totally agree.
Soul.
By the way, Fabio, little Valdobbiadene maybe, right? Right from the heart of
Not mad at
Prosecco.
that.
All right, so let's get into a little Soul, but we got to use a glass that's not perfect. I know this is a white wine glass, but we have red wine in this, so we have to put Soul in this. All right, so this is my Amalfi Coast. You're exactly right, Terry. That's where Falanghina comes from. You're very, very right. Sam and Dave. Okay, Mark, that's a good start. Min, do you want to start with that? So Soul is a Paso Robles Cabernet, and Mindy and I were very fortunate to find this from a wine team in Napa. And we called it Soul because to me this wine was grown in a very formidable area. I mean, it was, if you've been to Paso Robles, it's a beautiful area.
It might be as hot as Arizona right now.
But it's as hot as Arizona almost all the time, and cool at night though. But it's tough for it to grow, great wine. But Paso Robles figures out a way to make these really big, over-extracted, monster red wines, and that's why we chose this as our first red wine and chose to call it Soul after the great soul music, which is some of our finest, some of the music that we listen to most often. Right?
No, I love that you guys are saying Sam and Dave and like Al Green. Come on, Sam and Dave, thank you,
Can we listen to just a little Sam and Dave, just to, right?
Like it did, like it did, like it did.
There you go.
I thank you.
This is...
Sam Cooke, get off their feet.
Oh, yeah. Great job, Tuttles.
I thank you.
All right, that's an excellent suggestion. And then we had a little Aretha too. So here you go, right? Aretha goes across multiple music genres. This is definitely a soul.
She recorded in Muscle Shoals. She.
No matter wake up,
A little.
before I make up, I say a little prayer for you.
So, Mindy, while we're...
Al Green. They
Al Green.
asked for Al Green, and
We
it's
did?
Love and Happiness is right before that one on the playlist.
All right, so it doesn't get much better than this. Or a perfect pairing with this wine than Al Green, or Sam Cooke, or Otis Shredder.
Something that can make you do wrong.
Excuse me,
This
sorry.
wine is gutsy, but it's beautiful. It's velvety smooth, but it's rough.
Oh, yeah. Paul, you dialed in, man. That's a good
This is
suggestion.
wine.
Yep. There you go, man.
Oh, keep that going.
There I go. Let's put you on. on to camera 2.
Someone drop the phone. Rocking home. Talking about how she can make you right. Happiness is when you really feel good. Being in love with someone, yeah. Oh, baby, all that happiness, Lord.
Called out a little Sly and the Family Stone. So
I forgot about the horn line in that. Like, how can I forget about the horn line? David Sanborn did an amazing version of Love and Happiness that's on a very old record of his.
You want to go there then, right?
Great.
David Sanborn.
Killer.
Let's go. Born, Love, and Happiness.
Yeah. No, that's Love Will Come Someday.
Whoops.
That's all right. It's the one where he doesn't have a shirt on. David, put a shirt on.
You made me look at this picture, didn't you? Damn you. I'm going to share it with everybody.
Put a shirt on, David. Well, we still love you.
Look at that.
Play that saxophone. This was a live record, and I learned every note of it.
Who out there loves, we're on this camera now. Who out there loves David Sanborn, huh? Other than Mindy.
All you guys do. All you guys do, Mark Tuttle. Woo! This was such a great record.
Yeah.
And he did it. He's a rock star.
That's right, Eric. So much good music.
3 o'clock in the morning. See?
Yeah.
She can make it right. I don't know who's singing on this. Who's singing on this? You guys know, right?
Actually, Mindy and I stumped ourselves. Does anybody really know who's playing on this? I mean, not who's playing. Who's singing? Yeah, who's singing on this? David Sanborn's playing, but who's singing on this song? Yeah. So if anybody knows, chime in. Okay. Oh yeah, this song definitely has some grit to it. You guys came up with some great suggestions about this one.
Awesome.
Really have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See, we just get carried away. We start going from Sam Cooke to, Al Green to, but David Sanborn did that. So this is why we can do this for hours with you. We know you have a Saturday night, though. So
sorry.
You have some kind of Saturday night to get to, but this is what we do all night.
We've overstayed our welcome a little bit. But can I play Sam Cooke as one of our final? Is that okay, Mint?
Yeah.
I love Sam Cooke.
I
learned about Sam Cooke later on in my life. I knew music really well when I met Mindy, and I loved Journey, funny enough, with Steve Perry, who idolizes Sam Cooke. And there might be a Steve Perry sighting in Mindy's album at some point.
There's a new record coming out. Maybe Steve Perry sang something.
Steve Perry maybe sang on Mindy's album. Well, that's all we could say about that. But Sam Cooke, I knew his songs, but I didn't know the man. I didn't know the excellence. I didn't really understand how perfect he really was and really is, I should say. So,
a lot of us as horn players, well, I can't speak for anyone else, but I can speak for me. I learned how to phrase and play a saxophone and play melodies by listening to people like Stevie Wonder and Sam Cooke.
Right.
I learned less from other saxophonists and learned more from singers on how to do that. So he was a huge influence on me.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's impacted my life over the last 8 years. Knowing you, you've introduced me to so many different people that I didn't know existed before. So Sam Cooke. We're going to play ourselves out with Sam Cooke tonight. There's a whole bunch of people that have stuck with us through this whole hour and
cheers to you guys.
20, 15 minutes.
Thank you.
Change your mind.
Let's turn it down just a little bit.
Leaving me
Behind. And someday, if you ever get bored, switch between this song and "Early Journey" with Steve Perry. Not early Journey without Steve Perry, but "Early Journey" with Steve Perry. Like Lights,
Yeah.
Love and Touch and Squeezing. You can see that Steve Perry just adored this guy. He even mentioned it to us.
Well, I asked because I had to be a dork.
Yeah, he mentioned it to us. So
Here's to you guys.
I'm gonna go to camera 2.
I'm like, hey! We could do this all night.
We have to let the nice people go, and we have to go and eat dinner. And for everybody that's still with us, thank you. We got a special thing to announce for this Tuesday. If you haven't seen online already, we're going to have a socially distant Rick Braun with us in a couple of days here in Hollywood.
Absolutely. We got our backyard ready. Rick Braun's going to come in and play some songs with me, and we're just going to have a blast. He's, of course, going to drink some wine and show us some wine and do a wine intermission. So come this Tuesday to our backyard at 5 p.m. and we'll be there. Thanks for drinking with us and playing music and just being here. We got blind dates and everything, Jonathan. Come on.
I know. We got all kinds of stuff going on.
We love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being with us, and we will see you on Tuesday for Mindy's live show, and then 2 weeks from now on a Saturday night we'll figure out some
more wine and music.
Cool wine pairing thing to do. Maybe we'll do music again if you guys love it. And we're going to have some special wines coming out from our wine company. We have a bunch of wine in the cellar in Napa for the next 2 shipments, so we'll do a little special live broadcast just based upon that and the music pairings for that. Could not be more excited.
I'm excited.
I'm talking Vignes, talking Pinot Noirs, Malbecs, and we're talking Chardonnays.
Chardonnay is really nice too.
I mean, these 4 wines are outstanding.
Well, you showed one of them, Soloist. So
yeah.
You gave a little bit away.
Shouldn't have. But I did. And I love it.
We're here together. It's fine.
All right. Love you guys. Cheers.
Cheers to you guys. Thanks for a great night.